A girl was chased by 4 villains until she found herself cornered at the edge of a cliff, seemingly trapped without any chance of escape. Realizing she had no choice but to take desperate measures, she decided to climb the cliff bare-handed, hoping to find even the slimmest chance of survival. As she scrambled upward, one of the attackers pursued closely behind, while the other 3 remained at the cliff's base, waiting for their opportunity. Just as the pursuer nearly caught her, she delivered a powerful kick, sending him plunging downward, the valley. Seizing the brief advantage, the girl pressed on upward. With no immediate options, the remaining villains carried their injured comrade back to a nearby cabin to tend to his wounds before quickly regrouping for another pursuit. After an exhausting climb, the girl finally found a narrow ledge where she could briefly catch her breath. Trembling from the physical strain, she took a few quick sips from her water bottle, wasting no time before continuing her ascent. Soon after, the villains reached the cliff's base again. Seeing she had climbed significantly higher, they realized they couldn't catch her from below, and chose instead to circle around to intercept her at the top. Halfway up the cliff, and lacking any safety equipment, the girl suddenly encountered a venomous snake slithering dangerously close, nearly causing her to scream aloud. She quickly shut her eyes, took a deep breath, and clung tightly to the rock face, barely daring to move. Luckily, the snake slowly moved away, allowing her to breathe a cautious sigh of relief, but her hands were now nearly numb and trembling from prolonged climbing. Leaning briefly against the rock wall, she shook her aching hands to regain some feeling. As she reached for her water bottle again, it slipped from her grip and fell to the ground far below. A wave of despair swept over her. Without water, her situation had become even more dire. She had no choice but to keep climbing. Soon, however, she encountered a smooth, sheer section of rock, impossible to climb without a handhold. Just as hopelessness threatened to overwhelm her, she spotted a rope hanging nearby. Suddenly she recalled how, the day before, she had been climbing here with her boyfriend, who accidentally dropped their engagement ring down the cliff. Luckily, this rope was left behind by him. Quickly improvising, she shaped some wire from her backpack into a hook, and tried repeatedly to snag the rope. After several tense attempts, she succeeded in pulling it closer. Yet a new problem arose. The rope's other end was still some distance away. How could she reach it? Then she remembered a climbing technique her boyfriend had taught her. Gathering her courage, she took a deep breath, and leaped boldly toward the rope. Miraculously, she grabbed onto it securely, finally pulling herself to safety. This thrilling and suspense-filled film is called Cliff Survival. If you enjoy intense pursuits and high-stakes adventure, you definitely won't want to miss it.